This is Craig Miller, Director of Star Wars Fan Relations, and you are listening to Studio 2009, only on the Geekcast Radio Network.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Yes, my lord.
There is nothing wrong with your podcast player. Do not attempt to adjust the volume. Hello and welcome back into our studio. You are now inside Studio 2009, only on the Geekcast Radio Network. I'm, of course, TFG1Mike, and joining me once again, as always, is Mr. Dave Draper. Hi, Dave. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
You were going to say the line.
You weren't expecting that, were you? What line?
No, I thought you were going to say the line. I'm not dead yet.
I didn't do it?
No.
I'm not dead yet. Oh, well.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
Given some of the things that were going on before we recorded, I almost felt it was inappropriate. It's like, okay, what am I complaining about?
No, it's fine. Dude, that's what podcasting is for. We complain all the time about everything. We complain about the stuff we watch, we listen. That's what podcasting is made for. It's made to complain. We have good complaints, we have bad complaints. Today we head once again to
my friend, you don't know this particular episode that we're going to do. I'm not sure you wanted to open that door, particularly so early.
Which door? What, the complaint door?
The podcasts are about complaining. Just wait, my precious summer child.
Oh boy, folks. Okay, I got to get through the rest of this intro, and then we'll get to what we're here for.
The intro.
Yes. Do it. This is episode 166 of Studio 2009, folks. So we are Order 66ing it. So blame whoever. I forget who has the writing credit for episode 3. Whoever the hell wrote it. I don't know if it was Lucas himself. I don't remember.
Lucas wrote the prequels.
Okay. Well, he wrote that line, execute Order 66. Ever since I saw that movie, oh God. Oh, dude. Oh, my brain just went even more gray than it already is. Revenge is 20 years old. Oh, it's 20th anniversary.
But they had in the theaters earlier this year.
Uh-huh. Did you go? No.
No.
I don't think you went.
I'll go to Star Wars in like 2 years.
Yeah.
But
yeah. All right, so today we head once again into a galaxy far, far away. That's right, we return to the 12 months of Star Wars Spotlight as we make our way back for this year, 2025. It's not a disturbance in the Force, but we are looking at a idea of reordering the Star Wars film titles. Now, I see I don't know. I know I think I can say this and get away with this. You're very old manish. You're almost more old manish than I am. You're not very social media heavy. You're not as social media heavy as I am.
My lawn, you whippersnapper.
But like, you're not doom scrolling
go get my
Instagram.
Rake and shake it at you.
You're not doom scrolling Instagram at 3 a.m., are you?
No.
I don't even think you're on it. Okay.
No, why do people do that? That's stupid. Stupid.
Because we can't sleep. That's why. We have insomnia. We can't freaking sleep. We have insomnia and sleep apnea, and it keeps us up. And luckily, the sleep apnea wakes you up, because usually when that happens, you stop breathing and you end up dying. So yeah, to go back to previous, we're not dead yet, folks. We're close, but we're not dead yet. Anyway, I was scrolling through Facebook Reels or Facebook whatever or Instagram whatever at some point in some time in the last, let's say, by the time this episode comes out, month and a half, or 2 months. I forget when I originally sent you the message about this.
Oh, it's been longer than that, buddy.
Okay, well, whatever. That's fine. And I found this.
Your life's gotten in the way. It's fine.
Yeah. And I found this page on social media, Ivan Mars, the movie detective. And the page that I will link in the show notes, folks, will be Ivan Mars, the movie detective's Facebook page, because that's where I found it this time. And he basically reorders the Star Wars film titles. And that's what we're going to be discussing today, because we've already done all the discussions on the films. I don't think there's anything more you and I can discuss about these 9 films. There's not another angle we can come at.
There were 10 films, and there were 11 films.
Yes.
There were 11 films, and there's a 12th coming soon. I'm surprised we're not doing a trailer reaction.
Well, we're going to get to that at the end.
Of course.
Spoilers. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, at the end. But, I mean, what he did was essentially the 9 films, regardless of Solo.
The Skywalker Saga, as they're known.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Yes. Were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just like, he did the Skywalker Saga, and his premise was they're all titled wrong. And you move the titles around, and it makes it right.
Uh-huh. And we...
Well, okay. I my thing is, I know somebody's going to listen to this and go, "It's just a cute little Instagram thing." But like, I get that.
Yeah,
I'm not angry. I'm not I'm not offended.
It's just one person's opinion.
It's a dumb little thing, but I think part of it was when I rewatched it, I was specifically paying attention to how he framed it.
Yeah,
because if he had said, "Hey, if you take the titles from the Skywalker Saga and move them around, they can still kind of fit the films that you move them to," isn't that neat? But he framed it as they were titled wrong.
Okay.
Which, and I know he's just trying to be cute.
Yeah,
but it's like, I mean, Force Awakens came out in 2015. Star Wars came out in 1977. Like, these titles weren't even created when they made the movie. It's just like, I don't know. My tolerance for twee is very, very low.
Yeah. If he had used different terminology, you're right. If he used different
like I said, if he had framed it differently,
if he had used,
you can take this title and put it to this film, and it kind of and the thing is, even in his own mechanics, there's one that doesn't work.
Okay, so let me do this really quick. The way he frames it is the Phantom Menace should be the Rise of Skywalker.
Because he has an explanation for all of them.
Right. And I can't put the audio in here because I don't own the audio. I'm not doing that. That's why I said I'm going to have the link in the show notes on geekcastradio.com. So he says the Phantom Menace should be the Rise of Skywalker. He says Attack of the Clones should be Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith should be Attack of the Clones. So basically...
I thought we'd just go through them one by one. But okay, we're going to rush through them all now?
Well, we are... But I'm just okay. Well, we can go through them one by one. That's fine.
I thought we were just setting up the premise. The premise is he takes title A and puts it to title B, and and then we'd go through, and then he gives an explanation for each one. And I thought you were kind of we were going to go through it, and I was just going to point out why why the titles are appropriate. The actual proper titles are appropriate for each film.
Gotcha. I'm not thinking today. Yeah. Okay.
But it ain't hurting nobody.
Episode 1, Phantom Menace should be Rise of Skywalker.
Because a character who comes in, an hour into the film? That's one of the things he kind of forgets, is that we don't meet Anakin until halfway through the film.
Yeah.
And it's not really about his rise. It's about they discover him, and he does it. But his thing is, it's about Anakin being found and rising to, the Phantom Menace, part of it is that Lucas has this thing for the old serials that he grew up watching on TV as a kid. Mm-hmm. And the Phantom Menace is a very, Buck Rogers, spaceman from Mars kind of, title. But it's also Palpatine. Sidious is literally this hooded figure who sees a hologram. He's like a ghost.
Yeah, that's the Phantom.
He's in the background manipulating things. He's a Phantom Man. And then the part of it is also that the Trade Federation is a front. I mean, it's a threat, but it's a fake threat. It's a Phantom Menace. It works on multiple levels. Whereas, hey, look, that character that if we're watching this for the first time, we don't even know is important. We meet halfway through the movie, but we know because we've grown up with Star Wars that Skywalkers are important, and this is his rise. I mean, I'm not going to like when we get to that film, it's the last one. Like, and again, Rise of Skywalker was the last film made, and it's like 20 years later, and that title's stupid. So I mean, that one, I like. Actually, it's not appropriate for either film.
Yeah.
That's what is it called? Stolen Valor.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
she's not a Skywalker; she's a Palpatine.
That's true. Technically, that's true. I mean, they end up calling her Skywalker, she
ends up calling herself Skywalker.
Yeah, okay. Yes,
sir. Yes. Nobody calls her that.
Okay.
Hey.
Put your lightsaber down. Don't chop my hand off, please. I need at least one of my hands to edit. I mean, if you're gonna chop one of my hands off with a lightsaber, at least do the right hand because that's useless. But I need my left hand. But yeah, like so when I watched this, I was like, okay. He points out some generalizations of why the title should be changed, and I kind of went along with it. I don't know if I necessarily agree or disagree. This isn't where like, oh my God, I don't mean to say I'm straddling the fence on these title things, but I don't feel like I have to choose a side. Like, this isn't the X-Men. Are you sure you're on the right side? I don't have
to choose a side. What does that mean? That's where this isn't the X-Men. X-Men fight each other or something? What does that even mean?
That's what one
I thought you were going to say this isn't Civil War. I'm not with Tony or with Cap. Like,
well, there is that one too. But is the original X-Men movie or is it X3? In one of the X-Men movies, Hugh Jackman
has Wolverine
says, "Are you sure you're on the right side?" He says that in that movie. Okay. Yeah, but. You're kind of right. Like, he doesn't really rise. Like, Phantom Menace. Like, Phantom Menace, again, like you said, the Phantom Menace part of episode 1 is more about Palpatine. And if you call it the Rise of Skywalker, he's a fucking kid. Like,
his argument is that it's his introduction and he, it's like, we don't even, like, he's not even the main character. There is no main character of the movie.
Yeah.
He's clearly not. It's just like, he shows up and he's only important because if you're watching the movies, quote, in order, you wouldn't even understand that this kid, I mean, they make a big deal out of him, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's got more midichlorians than he's got more midichlorians than Yoda. I get that. But, like, even then, you're going to be like, what's a midichlorian? I don't understand. It's the thingy. But, like, it's not about his rise. He's just randomly found and has an adventure. It's not about his rise to power.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. All right, episode 2, Attack of the Clones should be Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, but it's dumb. First of all, the clones attack. They attack what the hell? Geonosis.
Geonosis, yeah.
And Attack of the Clones isn't the greatest title either, but again, it's old-timey.
Yeah, serial.
Like, and his argument is what he does with the last 2 prequels is he does like the shell game thing where he flips those 2 around.
Yep.
But like
I had to go back when I was listing these out, when I was writing these down to have in my document here. I had to go back twice and listen to him twice. And not that I don't mind listening to the guy; he's whatever. But like I had to listen twice because I was like, wait a minute, he didn't say what Revenge of the Sith. Oh, because the way that his wording goes, the way that the video goes, you'll see, folks, if you click on the link on geekcastradio.com. But go ahead. Sorry.
I think this is one of the weaker ones where he's like, well, the Sith are getting their revenge. Yeah, they're doing it to the entire prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
But the clones attack more. I mean, we can do both of them at the same time. The clones attack more in the third film. And it's like, they're both like the Clone Wars.
About the flip flop of
the
their
thing is,
attack.
like, he flip flops the 2, and his argument is that like, they're getting their revenge in this one. It's like, but like if you the Attack of the Clones could probably go either way. I think he's a stronger argument for Attack of the Clones being the third film. They do attack, but it's like, first of all, that's actually kind of a spoiler. Like his rationale ends up being a spoiler for the twist in the film, Order 66.
Yeah.
Which is not a good way to title your movie. And secondly, Revenge of the Sith is a better title for the third film because because again, the prequels are all about their revenge. Because I mean, Darth Maul says we will get our revenge. And then the third one is when they get it. They get their revenge. Yeah. They are victorious. And it also it's like poetry. It rhymes. It ties in with Return of the Jedi for Episode 6. Because it's even though they come first in terms of chronological order, they're written backwards.
Yep.
So it's poetry. It rhymes. And he doesn't have that. He has, again, it's like, well, the Sith are getting their revenge in Episode 2, and in Episode 1, and in Episode 3. And the clones attack in Episode 3. But they, again, like I said, that's a spoiler for the big twist. And it's during the Clone Wars. They're always attacking. Like their big attack on Geonosis is the centerpiece of the second film. Like, it's just, again, this is, and I understand it's just a little TikTok thing. Nobody getting hurt. I want to make it clear.
No. Yeah.
Like I'm getting a little worked up, and it's like, yeah, I get it. It's just a dumb little thing. Again, if he hadn't, these are titled wrong. No, they're titled exactly how they need to be titled.
Yeah. If he had said something like, they are titled, so let's reorder the Star Wars titles to match the movie. I don't know.
If you just said, look, anyway. You know what? If you took the titles and applied them to other films in the saga, it kind of works. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that's
even be critical about it. Isn't that a failure of imagination that you can do this? Exactly. But what he does is he says they're titled wrong, which implies that his order is better than the way that it is. And my point is actually no. In several cases, it's not better. Like Attack of the Clones. It's a spoiler. You're not going to title your thing.
Yeah, exactly. And what we're coming up to, the original trilogy, before anything else happened. We remember this stuff before anything else happened because it was the only goddamn trilogy we had. It was never called A New Hope. It was called Star fucking Wars. It was called Star Wars.
To this day, I still call the first one Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah, exactly. I never call it a new. The only time I call it A New Hope is it like when we did the episode, when we did the movie episode here on the podcast. I think that's the only time I've ever distinguished it as A New Hope to say, hey, this is episode 4, blah, 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 blah. But even in that episode that we did, I still called it Star Wars because Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi. That's what they've always been. And that's what they always will be. Even in the 9-story order. Like, you can't undo that. Like, you can't. Like, I can change my thinking on certain things. I can change my opinion. I can learn. I can adapt. I ain't learning and adapting from this. Because it's just, anyway. So we get to episode 4. A New Hope should be Return of the Jedi. No, it should
not a Jedi
because he's not a Jedi yet. He doesn't learn to be a Jedi really until
halfway through the second film.
Yeah,
even then he's not a Jedi. Even then, both Yoda and Darth Vader say, "You're not a Jedi.
You're not a Jedi." Yeah. So.
I assume he was. It's been a while. It's not been a while, but I assume the argument with that is because we introduced. This would be a good one for Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, this one would.
Luke comes into his own,
literally,
and has his big adventure.
Yeah,
and we actually meet him at the beginning of the film. But Return of the Jedi is a terrible title for this one because he's not a Jedi. He's a farm boy.
Yeah.
Well, the Jedi are coming back. But that's not. But he actually comes back in the third film.
Yeah, the Jedi didn't.
They have returned in the third film, and then Disney screws it all up. But let's not worry about that.
Well,
yet.
yeah, let's not worry about that yet.
That bridge we
yeah. Empire Strikes Back should be The Force Awakens. Why?
Why? What?
I don't Okay, I'm gonna do.
I know you gave an explanation for this, but just like I guess I wasn't paying attention. Like The Force Awakens for Empire.
Okay, very rarely do I do this.
I was rewatching the Star Wars movies and realized something mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So we know there are 3 trilogies.
I'll cut this.
What if I...
Ooh. Technical difficulties. Let's move on, shall we?
So his premise is, in Empire, Yoda teaches Luke to use the Force, so the Force awakens. Okay.
But like, it wasn't until the third trilogy, it wasn't until the sequel trilogy that we even thought the Force was asleep. And in the actual movie, The Force Awakens, there is literally lines about the awakening.
Yeah.
It is thematically linked to that. I mean, it's a stupid concept, but it's linked to that movie thematically.
Yes.
By the way, where he moves Empire Strikes Back is the biggest failing of this entire concept.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't involve the Empire. I'll get to that when we get to that. But like literally, The Empire Strikes Back is possibly the most perfectly titled of all the Star Wars movies.
I agree.
The Death Star got destroyed, and they punch back hard. And the heroes get their asses kicked through the entire movie. It ends with them, like, in the medical bay, watching Lando and Chewie go off to... Like, the Empire struck back.
Yep.
It got its revenge.
Yep.
Jeez.
And again, folks, we know, and we're not trying to belittle Ivan Mars, the movie detective, at all. We're just reacting to his video that he did.
Reacting to his thing, as Star Wars fans.
We're not, at the end of the day, we're not here to get our panties in a twist or anything else or I think whatever.
We're kind of, that's kind of the point. That's kind of the way the podcast works. But I mean, you know what? Like, we're not saying like ban him, put him on an ice floe, send him off to be eaten by.
I think his content
penguins.
is really good. I enjoy his content, which is why I suggested us do it. I would, if I didn't enjoy it, I would never suggest doing something like this.
No, which is so. This is stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, good people do stupid things all the time. Lord knows we do stupid things all the time.
17 years, over 4,000 episodes, folks. In 4,000 episodes, I'm sure I've had plenty of stupid podcast episodes I've done.
Oh, I can think of all kinds of things we did back in the day that I regret committing to film and putting on YouTube. Yeah, but this particular one is dumb.
Yes. Return of the Jedi should be The Last Jedi. Huh?
Okay, no, I get it, because... You have to understand that the title, The Last Jedi, that reason that is titled is it's referencing something that happened in Return of the Jedi, which is Yoda's line, "The last of the Jedi you will be." But it also is, again, like right after Empire, it's like the Jedi have returned.
Yeah,
they're back. Like now they're back because now he's a Jedi.
Now they're back. Yeah, because now
as
he's
opposed
a Jedi.
to like farm
boy, New
kid.
Hope, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Return of the farm kid.
It is so like Empire and Jedi are so perfectly titled.
Yeah,
but they are, and Jedi particularly, because of course we all know the story. Some of us might even have the poster. Where they were going to call it Revenge, which is why Revenge of the Sith is Revenge of the Sith, Revenge of the Jedi, and then I don't think it was Frank Marshall, but it was somebody who was like, "Hey, I don't think Jedi get revenge," and George was like, "Oh yeah, you're probably right." So they actually like reprinted everything.
Yep.
To Return, because it was a more uplifting and like the Jedi have returned, and who knows what they'll accomplish in 20 years. Oh wait, absolutely nothing. They'll fail miserably.
Who knows what they'll accomplish in 20 years? 83.
Oh, fail miserably and then go mope on an island. Okay.
Yeah. All right. The Force Awakens should be The Empire Strikes Back.
There is no Empire in that movie. There's no Empire in that movie. It's the First Order.
First Order, but
it's a different thing. Well, I get that they're Empire cosplayers, but they're not the Empire. They don't call themselves that.
Empire cosplayer.
They are like that's one of the themes of the film is that the First Order are fanboys. They're they want to be the Empire, but they're not the Empire.
Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true. Yeah, and the other part of that, yeah. Okay, so The Force Awakens basically has two sides to that story. We have little Miss Rey, what's her name? Because we don't know what her name is because she hasn't told us what her last name is yet. Well, okay, in the future we find that out. We have her and her side of the story, and then we have Finn and Stormtrooper and the First Order and all that. In no way, shape, or form are the First Order people anywhere close to the coolness of the Empire, or at least what they perceive to be the coolness of the Empire.
And they're cosplayers, they're wannabes. I mean, literally, Kylo Ren's whole thing is he wants to be Darth Vader.
Yep.
He is by definition a wannabe.
Yep, exactly.
Again, Snoke has the literal line, "There has been an awakening."
Yes, so it can't really change, yeah.
It can, but like that.
Well, yeah, but yeah, it can. But
the Empire Strikes Back. There is no Empire.
Yeah, there is
not
no
the Empire.
No. The Last Jedi should be A New Hope. What hope? What fucking hope is in The Last Jedi? The Last Jedi. The
entire Resistance gets reduced to a number of people that can fit on the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
there's no hope. It's and again, The Last Jedi is a reference to Luke from Yoda. Yep. It's a reference to Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, but it's also Luke's philosophy is that he wants to be what? The Last Jedi. He wants no more Jedi. He wants to be the last one. Oh, wait, you mean that title thematically fits with the film? I literally, it might be the only... I have a soft spot for parts of Last Jedi.
There are...
That might be the most competent element of the entire film, is that it is titled correctly.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, and yeah, and then... Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker should be The Phantom Menace. Now, I know you're going to go on a tirade about this, but what he says in the video about this, I kind of agree with him because Palpatine is kind of trying to be the
You mean like
Phantom?
He does in the first film?
Yeah, kind of.
Exactly like he does in the first film?
Yeah, kind of. But what's your opinion, sir?
I mean, this is the one film that is probably not appropriately titled because, I mean, it is and it isn't.
Okay.
Because, of course, I mean, it like from a purely, I don't know how to put it. Like from the viewpoint of the movie, it's appropriately titled because she's a Skywalker, she's rising, and like. From anybody else's point of view, no, it's horribly inappropriately titled because she's not a Skywalker. But first of all, the Phantom Menace already got used properly in the first film. That's more appropriate than Rise of Skywalker. That film. Secondly, nobody had invented the term Rise of Skywalker in 1999. You can't.
True.
That's a flaw with this whole thing. Is half these titles weren't invented when the movies were created.
When the movies,
when the movies were created, they said, "Oh, this title fits better."
Yeah.
It's not like the words Rise and Skywalker didn't exist in 1999. They did.
Yeah.
George thought this was the more appropriate. Like, as for Phantom Menace, I mean, yeah, like I said, again, if the premise had been, oh, you can take this title and put it here, it kind of fits. Yeah, I mean, with this one, sure, Phantom Menace kind of fits. It's a terrible title for the final episode of the trilogy, don't you think?
Yeah.
Keep in mind that it's a terrible movie. And a terrible trilogy. But like it doesn't like, and like Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Rise of Skywalker is a better title.
Like, yeah,
last film, because again, it's there are conventions. I mean, I hate to keep not making fun of, but quoting Lucas, it's like poetry. It rhymes, and it's like your last movie should have a it's the end of the paragraph. It's a thesis statement. It's the final thing. And Phantom Menace doesn't work for that. Phantom Menace is the first thing because Phantoms are shadowy and we don't know what's going on. Like, you don't want to go into one of the reasons that movie sucks is because you go into it not knowing what's going on.
That's true.
Screwed up so badly, and everybody hated Last Jedi. The whole movie, Rise of Skywalker, is a mess. Like, half of it is trying to undo stuff that happened in Last Jedi, and the other half is trying to
tell its own story.
This mess of a trip.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit. It fits a little, but it doesn't. It fits, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. I just looking at these just looking at the original titles. Like, you're right, like you said, with George and the poetry and the whatever. As a cliffhanger for a title, The Rise of Skywalker. That's going to keep us on the edge of our seats until the next one, until the next trilogy, 10, 11, and 12. Oh, no.
You know what I also realized? Like, that first... Well, I think about every movie that includes a character's name. Like, the first movie. Like, how many of those were ever successful? No! Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the first Indiana Jones movie.
That's true.
They went back and added Indiana Jones in the Raiders of the Lost Ark after Temple of Doom.
Okay, they added it after. Okay, that's fine.
The Raiders was how it was originally. Like, what I'm saying is, like,
right, yeah.
You go into that movie and you're like, who the hell is Skywalker? Why do I care if he rises?
Yeah.
Like, we care because, again, it was the last movie of 9, and we know who this family is, and we're like, wait, I thought he died in the last movie. Oh, wait, she's taking his name? What I'm saying is, like, you go into that, like, as the first film. Like, who?
Mm-hmm.
Rise of who?
Yeah,
that's one of the things you have to keep in mind is the audience. And again, I keep coming back to this over and over again because I get it. It's a cute little TikTok-y thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, if it had been phrased as, isn't this interesting? It would have been like, yeah, I guess. But it was phrased as, oh, the titles are wrong. Like, no, they're not.
I mean, the way Ivan the Movie Detective presents it is in the way I think I don't know. I need to watch more of his content at this point. I've only watched this one video. I think the way he presents his content is in the way of the controversial telephone from Toy Story. That's the voice that he uses. I
guess kind of, yeah.
So that's kind the conspiracy kind of. I think that's what this is supposed to be. And I think that's why this is a cute little Facebook, Instagram, TikTok thing. It's supposed to be a cute little conspiracy theory. Oh, they're wrong. Yeah. So I mean, and again, like I needed something for us to.
I get it. I watched a video. Oh, it's been a little while now, but from someone like on YouTube, and she was basically explaining why all of her thumbnail titles, or her titles for their videos, were kind of scandal, crisis,
Yeah.
And then you watch the video, and it was like, well, that's not really a scandal or a crisis. And she was like, this is how you generate, and she's like, I get it. This is how you generate interest. And interest through the algorithm, and you the clickbait thing is a way to, I'm deliberately manipulating clickbait to get eyes on my video, and I her argument was I'm trying to make legitimate points. I just have to do it.
Yep. Good.
A clickbaity kind of way, and I think that's kind of what he's doing. It's like, oh, these titles are wrong, and it's like,
yeah.
Again, maybe your movies are wrong is a better way, is going to get you more people. It got you to watch. Then, hey, isn't this interesting? But to me, I'm sorry. Like you said, I'm an old man. I don't waste my time with nonsense. That's like, to me, something that goes, hey, isn't this interesting? I'm going to have a more positive reaction to than, oh, I know the truth.
Well, that's
the
why
true
I
way
said
of titling these films.
Yes. Well, that's why I think I said something like, well, this is interesting. I think we're going to have a weird, dangerous conversation about Star Wars. And plus, I need something for episode 166 because Order 66, because every podcast I do with a 66 in it has to be about Star Wars because of Order 66. Yes, folks, I'm dumb, jokey podcaster person.
All two of them.
Wait, what?
You said every podcast was 66 in it, so we're on episode 166, which means there was episode 66 and 166.
But I also have episode...
Yet?
Not yet, but I also have episode 66 of the pull bag. I have episode 166, 266, 366, 466, 566 of the pull bag. I don't know if those are all Star Wars episodes, but dude, look, over 4,000 episodes in 17 years. I can't keep, generally I have them all in my head, but they get jumbled sometimes. But again, folks, it's just a nice little, it's a neat little thing to think. It's one of those things that makes you go, and then we argue for 45 minutes or however the hell long it's been. Okay, so anything else on this one?
Oh.
Okay, you don't want to say anything else? Okay. All right, folks.
What else is there to say?
No. I wanted to know if you had any other opinions on the thing before I send it to an ad break. That's all. I wanted to make sure
it was a cute little thing. It was dumb and inappropriate. Not inappropriate, but it was wrong. Young people are terrible. Our future is doomed.
Yeah.
Now buy these products.
Yes. Well, no, it's not more so buy these products. It's listen to these podcasts that we're going to be advertising for right after this.
Impressive.
Hello, geeks and geekettes. Looking for a podcast that covers a vast array of topics? Then check out Altered Geek Unleashed, where we discuss our thoughts on this week's geeky news, tech, gaming, television shows, movies, cartoons, comics, and more. So, get altered, get geeky with the Altered Geeks. Every Friday on the Geekcast Radio Network.
Because the world needs another movie podcast.
The Geekcast Radio Network presents for your listening pleasure the Cinema Geek.
Hosted by Amanda, Kevin, Matt, and Dan.
Each week we dive headfirst in the landscape of movies as we discuss movie news, play movie games,
go in-depth on reviews,
and even have a top 10 countdown or two.
Also, don't miss our director retrospective series, where we review noted directors' movies film by film. Bottom line is, if you love movies and love podcasts, you need to experience the Cinema Geeks.
You can find us on iTunes or geekcastradio.com.
Are you in need of what the heck did I just listen to? Are you in need of a laugh at the expense of the internet? Boy, do I have a treat for you. Here at Lyrically Audacious, we turn just about anything into music. Visit us now at youtube.com/@symbol, Lyrically Audacious, all one word. So swing by, have a laugh. Stay lyrical, stay audacious, here at Lyrically Audacious.
Do you like the Transformers?
Yes.
Do you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Do you like IDW Comics?
And comic book podcasts?
Then come check out Ninjas and Bots. Each week we look at an issue of Transformers
or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from their IDW Comics incarnation. We drop episodes every Saturday morning.
Just like the cartoons we loved as a kid. The show can be found on your favorite podcatcher and at johnreadscomics.com.
See you then.
We're gonna get there. Let me bring the show back.
Are we doing this now?
Yes, we're doing this now.
Oh, wow. It's been a little while since I watched that trailer. You should have warned me.
That's why I just watched it.
Good shot, baby.
We are back, folks, in episode 166 of Studio 2009, only on the Geekcast Radio Network. And because this is a Star Wars episode, and this will probably be the last Star Wars episode for a bit, because we got a bunch of other things we're doing. But since this is a Star Wars episode and I have Dave here, we are going to do a Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu May 2026 reaction. It's next year. Holy crap.
But it's in May, so okay. Right off the start,
Here we go.
Got one thing right. We'll do a little ding noise. Ding! Got
Ding.
one thing right. It's in May. Not Christmas time.
Yeah. All right. So what did you think?
Okay, my reaction has been very complicated, partially based on a misunderstanding of in-universe lore. Okay. Literally, the first shot we see of the trailer is a new Razor Crest flying along a beach.
Okay.
It's a new Razor Crest because it's got yellow stripes on the back.
Okay.
And immediately I was angry.
Right.
Can we curse?
Yes.
I was like, fuck this movie. I thought the Razor Crest was like the Millennium Falcon. It was like rare.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole episode in the first season about the prison break where they're like, we need a Razor Crest. And you have one. And I thought it was like, oh, okay, we found this incredibly rare thing that, like, it's like if Kit got destroyed, and then the next thing they had exactly another Kit.
Yep.
It's bullshit.
Yep.
Now, I looked into it. I even looked on Wikipedia. And apparently, like, that particular kind of ship is not nearly as rare as I thought it was. I'm not sure what the problem was in that one episode. I mean, some of it is if you watch a series long enough, like, even their own continuity tends to be fluid, and they tend to go back on things. But there's the episode where he gets the N1 Starfighter, which is one of my favorite starships in Star Wars. I love the N1, and it's completely inappropriate for his line of work. Is where he's going to bring a body.
Exactly.
But he literally shows up and he says, "I thought you said you got me another Razor Crest."
Yeah.
And so in universe, they established that, hey, apparently it is possible to find another Razor Crest. Now, I still don't like this.
Yeah.
Because it's still key jangling.
Yep.
It's still the ship you know.
Yep. It's the Razor Crest is now the Millennium Falcon key jangle.
Yeah, and it is like if the Millennium Falcon got blown up and he got another, not just another medium light freighter that looked different. He got another YT-1300 with a circular radar dish.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I know what it is. It's I can see them. They're like, okay, so he takes his bounty. How can he do that? He's in a starfighter. It's too small. Okay, he gets his ship back, his Mandalorian ship. You mean the Razor Crest? Yeah. He gets the exact same one because that way our licensees can, like, reuse the molds because molds are expensive. It's I don't know. I would have been happier if he had a different ship.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't be able to go, oh, look, the thing that I know.
Yeah, yeah. Plus,
you could have had a different, you know what? But you know what? You could have had a different ship fly across the screen, and everybody goes, what's that? And then cut to Mando piloting the thing with Grogu in his little co-pilot seat, like, oh, that's his new ship. And if they did their job right, you'd be like, that looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy that toy as opposed to not buy another Razor Crest because I have one already.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah, well, you know.
So then stuff happens. Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude. Well, I mean, then they cut to Babu Frink, the sewers with Grogu, and it's like, okay, we get it. We like Babu Frink, and it's. I mean, I don't think he's Babu Frink. I think he's a different, whatever those aliens are called.
Yeah.
But, like, they're cute. They're funny. Their interaction with Grogu is cute. I get it. And then they cut to Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
And it's like, yay, Sigourney Weaver, I like her. And I do like, it's probably my favorite moment from the trailer, where Grogu is, as usual, a little gluttonous monster trying to pull the little snack tray close to him, and she just, like, puts her hand down and goes bonk, pulls it back.
Nope. Yep, nope.
I like that. Yeah. I like that she ain't putting up with his little baby Grogu bullshit.
Yep. Yeah, the Razor Crest thing, all I hear in my head is yogurt. Merchandising. That's all
it is. It's a thing you know. Well, I mean, it's merchandising, and it's it's Red Letter Media is kind of like AT-AT, like they have a whole thing about like one of their big things about Rogue One was that it used too many familiar things, and I disagree. It's set during the war, so of course they're going to be familiar things. But like it does feel very like this is the ship that you associate with the Mandalorian, so he got another one. It's like, well, then don't blow up the damn thing in the first place. And
exactly.
I mean, we're probably gonna have the scene with Strangers with Candy.
Yep.
Her going, look, I found you another Razor Crest. Oh, and it's also got exactly the same things that your old one had, like an armory and a
because all we did was paint a yellow stripe on it.
Oh, so you can reuse the toy and paint the yellow stripe on it.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? Oh, the controversy. So
yes.
I swear to God, there was a video, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? There's a shot of him walking in a city. I do love it when Star Wars go to cities.
Yes.
I think what's interesting, anything that's as much as I love Tatooine, it is nice to get like different environments in Star Wars.
Yeah, I want Coruscant. I want something that actually has Star Wars civilization. Like, I don't want these deserted, broken down, abandoned planets every fucking time.
Because you got to remember, the original trilogy, the main characters were a rebellion against an overpowerful empire.
Yeah.
They were going to hide in remote swamp-ass planets. There was a
that was the point. Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, he's walking in a city, and you see he steps through a puddle, and you see reflections of various signs, right?
Yep.
Well, written in Aurebesh, which is the Star Wars fake language, and so somebody took that image and like flipped it because it's a reflection, and translated the Aurebesh, and there is an ad for the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Nice.
And like this video I saw, they were angry about that, and I'm like, dude, I wouldn't even know to do that. It's just a cute little Easter egg. Hyper nerd fanboys. I don't think they're gonna like bring back the hotel and charge you $6,000 a night anymore. It's a cute little Easter egg. Calm down.
Yeah, like that's like people getting. That's like people getting
Disney's indignities never end.
Well, no, because they never will. But I mean, that's like people getting upset over the dust floating into the stars and floating in certain ways to spell SEX right before a certain scene in the live. No, seriously, there were parenting groups in 1994. There were parenting. No, but my point is,
there were parents.
But my point is that Disney does these things that
that's totally different. That's a thing that was snuck in to be naughty. Or as a Halcyon thing is a detail of the it exists in the Star Wars universe.
Right.
Like, there would be a sign for
it. Super nerd.
My point is you have to you have to jump through a bunch of hoops just to even know it exists.
Yeah. No one's really gonna notice that if they're just watching. Like, I've watched through that trailer 3 times since it's been out. Like, the first time when I sent it to you and I was like, look, trailer, when it first came out, and then I watched it a week ago, and then I watched it twice this morning, and I still didn't notice what you're talking about. I know now because I can see it in the front.
You wouldn't even know which sign it is because there are multiple signs.
Yeah, exactly. It's a I hate to say this, but it's a nothing burger controversy. Like, oh my God.
I don't know if it was a controversy. It was.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nothing burger.
This is the same episode where we talked about the list, right? It's the same episode.
Yep.
Okay, because I mentioned there the lady who did the thing about clickbait. I mean, this was the clickbait nonsense.
Yeah.
Disney's bringing back the Star Cruiser Hotel. It's like, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
Calm down. You don't have to go there. Even if they wanted to burn that money like the Joker, you don't have to go. I never did.
Yeah, you don't have to go. You never went to Star Cruiser, really?
Oh yeah, I've got $10,000 to burn.
Okay, well, I don't know. I figured that would be something
you ever watch the Jenny Nicholson video?
The what video?
The Jenny Nicholson video.
I'll have to check it out after the show.
It's long. It's very long, but it's a very detailed examination of. And she was a Disney fangirl. This was a stab in their heart because she was a fangirl.
Right.
It was an autopsy on that hotel.
Oh, geez. I'll have to watch that later. Yeah.
Anywho's, I'm almost kind of sad that the whole Razor Crest threw me off so early because the irony is there are key jangling things in this trailer that actually would have gotten me excited. I love the U-Wing from Rogue One.
Yeah.
I love that ship. I love that. I wish that had been his new ship. I get a quick shot of one of those. Cool. I'm like, ooh. And at one point we see him fighting a Mentalon. I'm 90% sure it's a Mentalon Savrip, which is the monster from the Dejarik game, the chess game.
Okay.
Remember in Star Wars? This is the famous chess scene. Let the Wookiee win.
Yeah,
right?
let the Wookiee.
And the move that Chewbacca does is he has a big monster come and pick up another monster and like body slam it.
Yep.
I think that's what Mandalorian was fighting. I think.
Oh wow, that would be so friggin' cool. Yeah,
that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. If that's what it is, that would be amazing.
And then like there's a quick shot. Like there's a thing that I didn't recognize until somebody mentioned that it was the Amana Man, and I'm like, it's a Amana Man. Like it's just like nerd stuff like that. Like okay, those are neat. That's the sad thing is key jangling works on me, but key jangling works. In my face does not.
You have to jangle the right keys. That's the thing. You gotta jangle the right keys, and it's just.
And then I'm sorry, I was super, and it's funny because I've heard that at Celebration they showed a variation of the trailer, which included the AT-AT scene. And in that version, it's really cool and exciting because you see Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, running through the inside of the AT-AT fighting stormtroopers before he launches out. And that sounds kind of cool. Instead, what we got was the thing blows up and falls off the cliff and hits the side of the cliff and then slowly falls over the cliff. I was just like, this shot is going on and on and on and on.
Yeah,
I get it. You took out the AT-AT. Congratulations, kids.
Yeah.
Blah. And again, I watched everything the first time,
Yeah.
Like that, I still think that shot is just like, I get it. The AT-AT's been taken out and it's falling and it's very, it reminds me of the bit from Fellowship of the Ring when they're racing through Moria and they're on those weird Escher staircase things. And they're jumping from stair to stair. And in the background, you see the stairs collapsing and crumbling and falling slowly. But the whole thing is, that's cool and majestic, but you're also focused on the characters in the foreground doing stuff.
Yeah.
And this is just the AT-AT falling over the cliff very slowly.
The best way to use AT-ATs is to have them be imposing and impressive, quite literally most impressive, and then take a bunch of tow cables and, wipe them out. That's the best way to use an AT-AT.
The best way to use an AT-AT would be to have them come in and be very imposing and be almost indestructible and be terrifying, and then come up with some other way.
Yeah,
we did tow cables, some other clever way to take down the AT-ATs, and then you go, oh, that's neat. You know what else? That's difficult.
What else?
I can't come up with it right here off the top of my head, but I'm also not a paid Hollywood writer.
That's true.
For a multi-million-dollar franchise, but
yes,
that's you. The beauty of Mandalorian was at its best when it did stuff that was familiar, but different. Because that's what I think nerds love is the same thing but different.
Yeah. And that's what I've been saying, I think, since we've been discussing Mando throughout the time we've been doing the Star Wars stuff, is that Mando has always been on the periphery, on the edges of the Star Wars universe. It has Star Wars things in it. It is Star Wars. This is the way and all that and everything else, but it is not directly tied into the Rebellion and the Empire. It's supposed to be on the outside.
The Skywalker Saga, like we said in the last one, the Skywalker Saga.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's one of the weird catch-22s of Star Wars. Is it created this huge, amazing universe, but it's locked into this one story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Skywalker Saga, but like, you should be able to do stuff like Mandalorian. Like, as much as I love Andor, and I absolutely adore Andor, it ties into the Skywalker Saga directly, because it's all about the foundation of the rebellion and the, laying the groundwork for what Luke is able to take advantage of. Like, Mando was kind of off over here, doing its own thing, and I loved, like, it was like, hey, you remember that thing you saw in one shot in Empire Strikes Back? We're going to make him a character. That's like when in the trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu, when the Man showed up, I'm like, oh, it's that weird alien from Jabba's palace. It's in the background. It's a very rare Star Wars figure. We're going to get to see him do stuff. That would be neat. Yeah. I like the Mentalin Savrip, the creature from the chess game.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That would be kind of neat, because he hasn't been played out like the Jedi or the Skywalkers or Stormtroopers.
So I loved the trailer, but when I first watched the trailer, I don't know. I'm so used to trailers having the green screen. This film is for all audience. This film is PG. This film is whatever. Or I'm so used to having studio title cards sometimes before, like Paramount Pictures or whatever. And I know this is Disney, but I'm using that as an example of how trailers used to be, kind of thing. And this just starts out with the Razor Crest flying over the thing. I'm not disappointed in how it starts. I like how it starts. It's just, this is my thought process is, okay, we're just right into it, and the Razor Crest is flying over the planet there. And is this an episode of the what? What'd you say? Okay. And it's flying over the planet there, and I'm like, oh, is this an episode of the show, or is this an actual movie? It did not, I don't know. The trailer did not make this feel like it was a big blockbuster movie. If you look at, I'm going to reference Solo Story and Rogue One. Even though those are side adventures, I'll say, because they are not directly in any of the, like, they're not in the Skywalker Saga. They're side stories to that kind of thing. Those trailers to me still felt like, hey, this is a big blockbuster. This Mando and Grogu trailer felt like a teaser for an episode of the show to me. And then we get into it and we see all the monsters and the stuff, and then we get which he didn't even finish the rest of the line. I wish he had, but Mando says at one point when they're in the theater watching the monster fight.
Well, you realize impressive is an English word that people can use, right?
Yes, I
Translator doesn't own that word.
But it lives in my head, man, as impressive, most impressive. It just, that's the line that lives in my head anytime I hear impressive. Sorry. It's part of my geekdom, man. But I like it. I think it's cool. I'm glad it's finally here. I'm glad we're getting this movie. I'm hoping that after this we get a season 4. I like The Mandalorian. I thought the show was cool. Did we do episodes on Mando? Have we done that yet?
We did all of them, yeah. I can't remember if we did. We must have done season 3, but yeah, we did episodes on Mando.
I don't remember.
I love the first 2 seasons, and like they are I know we did Book of Boba Fett, and they are my favorite parts of the Book of Boba Fett are the 2 Mandalorian episodes. Season 3 was bad.
Yeah.
I also feel like they lost focus, and they also Baby Grogu became a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
because can never get rid of him now.
Nope.
And that was like, he completed his journey at the end of the second season. He delivered Grogu to Yoda. They said their goodbye, or not Yoda, to Luke, whatever that guy was.
Yeah.
You know the one guy. They're all computer generated these days. But like that story was over, but we've got toys to sell.
Yeah,
and it's just like, then he shouldn't have delivered. And then the way that played out was, I think, just abysmally. As a fan who's very invested in the lore and the universe, even if I'm not like super deep into like every comic book, like the way that played out was horrible. Meant that I learned nothing from what happened to the former Jedi Order. Have to choose.
Yeah,
Luke, you're the guy who beat Darth Vader and the Emperor because of your love of other people. Like, brain hurts. And they wasted Christopher Lloyd in that horrible episode with Jack Black and Lizzo. It was like, ow! That's a thing that exists in Star Wars now. Please make... And then the whole awful Bo-Katan Elder Wand rules for the Darksaber, which apparently didn't exist in the Clone Wars TV show. And it's just like... Make it, and like season 3 was bad. It was just a big old steaming poop on an otherwise on one of their strongest franchises.
Yeah,
now we got a movie.
Now we got a
Come
movie.
back, give us money.
Here's hoping the movie actually goes somewhere and does something. But yeah, folks, that's kind of it.
Well, I kind of hope that it doesn't. I kind of hope that it tells its own little story, you know? Because my fear, they're setting up all this crap with Ahsoka and Thrawn, and you know, it'll be like, this will be part of that. And I don't want it to be that. I want it to be what I always wanted from The Mandalorian, which is a bounty hunter doing Old West stuff, Lone Wolf and Cub, which is Japan, not Old West, but you know, like just not everything has to be the fate of the galaxy. We can have some dude like left his loan shark. Now his loan shark's mad, and he's like, "I want my money." You, Mandalorian guy, take this hockey puck, find this guy, break his legs, and bring him back to me. That's the story that I think that was fun. Oh no, unleash the Boodaboo. And then the Mortis gods are awakened. And they're going to eat everybody. Quick, let's all go and get them up and Boba Fett. And let's fight the Mortis gods who have possessed one. I'm sorry, I just threw up my mouth.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen, folks.
What's going to happen?
Oh boy, that's probably.
As Thrawn dies, it all went according to plan.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
According to my plan succeeded. I perfectly.
Yes.
What are you doing? I only have so much hatred that I can
for something. Sorry.
Spew on Disney Star Wars. You gotta contribute.
Yes. Disney Star Wars. And
that hatred is mollified by the fact that Andor exists, which almost makes me angry. It's like you stepped in this huge pile of poop, and it's like, oh God, is that a diamond? The poop smells so bad, and it's in the treads of my shoes, but this diamond is beautiful. This is wonderful.
Jeez.
The poop.
That's funny. That is so funny. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like, I agree. I hope that we have some sort of resolution at the end of Mando and Grogu, the film. And because I don't like and I think I said this in the episode. I could be wrong, but I think I said this. Yes, we did do Boba Fett season 1 because Boba Fett season 1 only had one season. Yes, we did do them. It was Boba Fett season 1 and Mando season 3. I just saw it. Yep. Okay, so we did do. I
remember specifically when we did Boba Fett, we were like, "Hey, why does everybody hate this show?" And then as we went on, we're like,
"Yep, that's why everybody hates this show." Yeah, it's episode 85, 92, and 95 of Studio 2009 is the Mandalorian season 1, 2, and then Boba Fett season 1 and Mandalorian season 3. So those are the episode numbers for those episodes. I was trying to remember when we did those. But
I think we did everything but Obi-Wan and Acolyte.
Yeah, we did not do. We might have done it. I don't remember if we.
No, you watched Acolyte, but like we didn't do Acolyte. You might have done Acolyte. I don't know.
Didn't do. No, I would. Trust me. If we were going to do Acolyte, if I was going to do Acolyte, I wouldn't be doing it without you because my rage just my eye twitching. Oh boy. Yeah. So yeah, folks, Star Wars episode 166 here, Studio 2009. Let me get his Ivan the Movie Detective. I think it was an interesting concept, but like we already said, if he hadn't used wrong as the terminology for his
not even the terminology, it's the whole. And I don't think it's like I want to be clear. I don't think it was a heartfelt attitude. I think it was for the purposes of this video, my character that I play in this video believes that this is the way that it works. Where you know it's a cute concept, but it's like, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, unfortunately. And obviously we can't go back and change the titles because they are what they are, because we're not the ones that created it and all that good stuff. All right. Thank you for joining us here on Studio 2009. If you'd like to get in contact with us to leave feedback for the show, there's several ways to do so. Visit the website geekcastradio.com where you can listen to and comment on all of our content. Plus, we still have our brand new fourth wall store where you can buy all of our merch. Visit shop.geekcastradio.com. You can get stuff like mugs and t-shirts up to, I think, 4XL. Unfortunately, it doesn't go higher than that. Mugs, mouse pads, all kinds of cool stuff over at shop.geekcastradio.com. You can send in an email to feedback@geekcastradio.com. You can check us out on all the podcatching clients you choose to use, stuff like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and things like that. You can find us on Twitter at Geekcast Radio. You can also find It's Studio 2009 over there, as well as I am TFG1Mike. Dave doesn't do social media.
If you want to yell at me, yell at Mike. Let me know.
Wow. Okay. Become a fan on Facebook. Sure yes, but I was waiting for when I usually say Dave doesn't do social media, I was waiting for no. Become a fan on Facebook. Yeah, it's okay.
It's been a while. I forgot our routines.
It's okay. It's okay. Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Geekcast Radio Network. You can also check out Studio 2009 podcast over there, as well as joining the Toy World Orders fans group. Join us next time when we will be debuting the new segment here on Studio 2009. Finally, we get to the new segment, the Media Mayhem. That's right, folks. The movie choices of David Draper. So that's going to be a new segment that we do here every once in a while. I will be getting guests, and we will be going through this format that I came up with and everything. And it was an idea that you had, or you saw somebody that did this or something like that. Yeah, choose a movie that came out for every year you've been alive thing. Remember when we did that episode?
I remember distinctly that, like, number one, you didn't come up with it, and number two, I didn't come up with it.
I thought you shared it with me.
So that was a while ago. A lot's happened.
Yeah, I know a lot's happened, but I thought
I put it on the Facebooks.
Yeah, you put it on the Facebooks. You said you found it somewhere, and then I stole it and turned it into Media Mayhem here inside Studio 2009. Only on the Geekcast Radio Network.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Hey, at least I admit it. For now, I'm TFG1Mike with... Eventually? You are eventually now, or...
You started by saying you came up with it. No, you were eventually admitting things.
I said I wasn't sure. I didn't remember. I said I think, but I didn't remember. Hey, look, I can admit when I'm wrong. Absolutely, I was wrong. Sorry, I forgot. Look, folks, I don't have a piece of my brain. I don't have a corpus callosum.
You got caught. That's the thing, is you got caught.
I wasn't trying to get away with it. I was not at all. But that's the thing. You caught me, absolutely. I wasn't trying to not get caught here, though. I wasn't trying to sneak away like, oh, I came up with this idea. And
well, clearly, you would have done a better job.
Exactly.
One would hope.
Yeah, one would hope. My brain doesn't let me do a better job, though. All right. Yeah. So, Media Mayhem, the movie choices of David Draper is coming up next. For now, I am TFG1Mike with... Here's where you say your name. Draper. You'll hear us back in the studio soon.
I said it!
Yeah.